What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. You know it. This is Ace's Place, where I'm Ace, and this is my place. All right, here we are. Let's get right into it for some more spooky season movies. The 31 Days of Scares, the spooky season October picks, spooky flicks, all of it. We are getting into nights 13, 14, and 15. Let's do it. If you've seen the previous video for nights 10, 11, and 12, these movies are in the best order that I can remember them because everything has just been kind of all over the place this month of October, but I've been still watching movies, just not posting them for videos or honestly keeping the best track of them. I know them from the best of my ability to the nights I've watched them. So let's dive in. So on night, these are probably going to fall over, so we're going to prop them over there. This right here, this little stack of honeybees, this is night number 13. And again, these are not in order of I watched this, then this, then this. What I meant by that was these are going to be out of order in the day that I watched them, but they're also, I might have watched this one, a day before or a day after, but I couldn't remember exactly. That's what I mean. So here we go. Night 13. Room. Actually, it doesn't say even room on it. It just says, let's push those back without them falling. 1408. This is a pretty cool flick. Came out in the mid-2000s. John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson, based on a Stephen King short story. I wouldn't say... I mean, maybe the short story is terrifying, but I would not say this movie is terrifying. It's definitely creepy and bizarre. It's of the times, definitely of its time. Still a fun movie. John Cusack probably at one of his best roles. Sam Jackson, minor role, but still fun and impactful nonetheless. All about a guy that, you've guessed it already, I bet. Stephen King does it best. He writes about writers, and that's what John Cusack's character is. Going around writing about haunted hotels and what have you, and maybe he finds one for real this time. So there that is, starting off night number 13. And then, all right, I've seen this movie a handful of times, never really paid much attention to it other than like, oh, okay, this and this is happening. And, but man, this is a strange one. This is a strange one. The Witch. It is definitely more, I don't know what the term would be, gothic horror. It's oldies. I don't know what the time period would be, like oh my gosh, 1500. I don't know what the hell the time period would be. Don't judge me, people, for being stupid. But they're settlers, and they disembark from their community to try to do it on their own, and it says right here, evil takes many forms. It's hard to see. I understand my lighting is terrible, but there you go. This is definitely a dark horror movie. In the same realm of like Hereditary, which I don't personally like that movie, but this movie falls into that, under that umbrella. It's definitely not a hack and slash horror movie like, Friday the 13th or what have you. But I liked it though. Really good. And as I was watching this, just my own personal like little, mental note, I really do have a lot of Anya Taylor, well, not a lot, but I have a good amount of movies with Anya Taylor-Joy in them. She's a good actress. I like her. And then here we go. Here is a classic, my guys and ladies. I mean, need I say it? The Exorcist. I mean, I don't want to put emphasis on William Peter Blatty's The Exorcist, directed by William Friedkin. The scariest movie of all time. I don't want to do that because that's tongue-in-cheek, and I don't even know who the heck this is or this is. Maybe I do, and I just don't realize it. But this right here, I don't want to say this started at all, but I remember being a very, very little kid in the 90s. I was born in 1990. So there were a good chunk of horror movies out, the best ones at that time, in my opinion. Late 70s, early 80s, all the 80s, right up and through the 90s have the best horror movies of all time. Hands down, period. They're the best. And this falls under that because this is a really good, gross, creepy, freaky, nasty movie. Definitely the language is volatile for now, but especially at that time, I couldn't imagine. I didn't watch this as a kid. I only saw them play it on TV, and man, that scene where she's crawling down the stairs backwards, no thanks. I always checked out at that moment. Put Linda Blair on the map for, like, you know, horror people. They really appreciated her and took a liking to her. She used to host, I don't know if it was Scariest Places on Earth or some kind of spooky show back when there was ABC Family, the TV show. Every, like, October they would do scary TV shows and spooky themed shows, and she was the host of it, which made it just kind of fun, because it's like, oh, there's Regan or however you say your name. I got caught reading this, but yeah, this capped off night number 13 for us, or for me. My daughter does not watch any of these. She might watch this one if I was watching it with her, because it's not really, even the ghosts in it are not really that scary. But this for sure no. That for sure no. Many other ones for sure no. That's why there's some kid movies and shows thrown in the mix of these, because you know, got to represent the kid. And so here we go with night number 14. Me and my daughter, I watched this twice in one day. I watched it by myself, and then I watched it again with her, just to double check, make sure it was good enough for her to watch. I didn't let her see the ending. If you know, you know, but I didn't let her see the very end, because I just think it's too sad and too disturbing. But Stephen King, another Stephen King movie, movie buff of Stephen King's anyways. But The Mist, very good movie. Thomas Jane, effing amazing actor, man. He is the Punisher forever to me. I love all the other interpretations of the Punisher, but Thomas Jane just nails it. Excuse me. Oh my God, excuse me one more time. And there he is again. He's just a phenomenal actor. I just think he's just top notch and underrated, but whatever. Very good movie. It's much like the movie The Fog, if you've seen that, or if you've read the little novel of this. A mist rolls into town, and it might be more than just a mist. I don't want to say anything more than that. A group of people get stuck inside of a very small style grocery store. Good atmospheric, disturbing, you know, tense movie. Very good. I like this one. Highly recommend this one. And then here we go with, come on now, dogs. R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. Da-na-na-na. Viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Doesn't that look like the house from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Jessica Biel one? Interesting. I know it's not, but so we have a handful of Goosebumps. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 DVDs, and on each DVD there's like 3 or 4 like 20-minute episodes, you know, to give you that full hour. And so we watched this one. I think we watched all of them. Yeah, we did. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Very creepy. The scarecrows are creepy. Don't Go to Sleep, and Calling All Creeps. I remember this one specifically as a kid, and I thought it was cool because I liked the costumes and stuff. But Goosebumps, dude. You can't. If you got Stephen King, you got to have R.L. Stine. You know what I'm saying, dog? You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And then this one's okay. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Evil Wears Many Faces. This one, I don't even know how to fit it in chronologically. I believe this is supposed to be a direct. This came out in 2017, 2018, and they tried to do maybe 2019, and they tried to do the Halloween thing where in 2018 they brought back Halloween. And it is supposed to be number 2 to the original that came out in, 78? And then they came out with Halloween Kills and then Halloween Ends. I believe that was the titles. To make it that definitive quadruply, I don't know what you'd call that, for a movie. The Texas Chainsaw tried to do the same thing. They've tried to do it a couple of times, and that's why I don't know where this one fits in. So to this movie specifically, this movie exists only with this one and then the very, very, very first one where they're in the farmhouse. Well, yeah, the big farmhouse, and Grandpa's there and Pa's there, and there's no Screw Loose. Was that his name? He was in the second one. He had the metal piece showing on his head. Him and Stretch. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. These movies got so convoluted and weird. But this came out in like 2018 or some junk like that. It's okay. If you like horror movies, I would say pick it up. It feels very early 2000s. It definitely feels weaker than the Jessica Biel and even the one right after that. Like, those two are great. Those are definitive Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies that fit into a 1 and a 2 aesthetic alone. I'm genuinely going to actually watch them later. I'm doing Halloween today. Like, I got Halloween 2 in right now. I just watched the original. I'm not going to watch 3 because I've already watched it. But anyways, onward. And here we go. That ends night number 13. Or no, 14. My bad. 14. And we're going to zoom right through these ones because they're a little bit all over. So anyways, we're going to do both of these at the same time. Because they're pretty dang funny, actually. So, threw some comedy horror movies in there. A Haunted House and A Haunted House 2. These are what Scary Movie should have continued to always be, which were just great parodies, stupid, and funny. And the fact that his cousin isn't on the cover of these is funny, because his cousin is funny as hell, man. Very funny stuff. I'm out here, homie. Like, I shouldn't have done that. That was embarrassing, but these are really, really funny. I don't know if there's a third one. I don't think there is, but these two are great. I personally enjoy them. Night number 15. And then throwing in some Rob Zombie, his original House of a Thousand Corpses. I don't know any other actors in it. There's Sid Haig in it, which R.I.P. He was a great Captain Spaulding. The guy that played, I believe, Screw Loose. I forget his name. Otis something. I don't freaking know. His name is Otis in this. But, Bill Moseley, there we go. Bill Moseley is in this. He was Screw Loose or whatever his name was in the Texas Chainsaw. He plays Pa in this one, which is kind of cool. But anyways, this movie is really messed up. It's got Rainn Wilson in it. It's got Chris Hardwick in it. Sherry Moon Zombie, Rob Zombie's wife, makes her debut in it. Very, very disturbing movie. This is not for everybody, but if you like nasty horror, here you go. This is it, man. Check out this. And that wraps it up for nights 13, 14, and 15. I hope everybody has enjoyed these videos. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.